Back at it again in the tank hangar. Yeah, so he's going to give us that information again. Because the way this game checkpoints is kind of generous. Especially for the time. It basically just checkpoints you in whatever room you were in. Which, considering, I mean, you know, prior to this game, I was playing stuff like Tomb Raider and Crash Bandicoot 1. You know, let's just throw another one of those for good measure. The chaff grenades disable surveillance cameras and other electronics. We want that thermal goggle. We do. It's very useful. Playing on hard in the Soliton Radar. Yeah, I haven't played this game on hard very often. I kind of just stick to normal. It's been a little bit since I've played it, though, so I'm a little rusty. It's fine. I remember the main points of what I meant to do. I just kind of don't exactly remember everyone's pathing and routes. Yep. Come on. There we go. And we remember what Campbell said. We said first floor basement. That's where we're headed. Oh my goodness. Hungus Raid. Thank you. Thank you, yes. Oh, we got another call. Isn't that what it's like? Everyone just wants to talk at you. The worst possible time. Just explaining to us that, yeah, there's a green dot, and, oh, right, it looks a little weird. See how it's all scrambled? I think that is an issue of the Master Collection. I don't think it looked like that on the PlayStation 1. I think that's a slight emulation glitch. On very hard, it's quite brutal. That's, yeah, these games... Oh my god. They're not particularly difficult, but they can certainly be brutal. Now, you might notice on the radar... Yeah, I know how to climb a ladder. Don't worry about it. There's a vent. But it's blocked off. I believe later in the game it gets unblocked, but... I think there's also a wacky glitch you can do, that the speedrunners do, to go all the way through this vent and into this room that I can't actually look into yet, but that's a room you get into way later in the game. And that's how people basically, shut up, Campbell, I know how to climb a ladder. How you speedrun. This vent, there's a lot of wacky stuff you can do in here. One of the... I guess you'd call it Easter eggs, involves going in and out of it like a million different times. I'm not going to do that one, because it's just a big time waster. But, oh look.
Is that a woman? Not me.
Woman in the cell. So if I leave and come back, like, what is it, like 5-10 times, you get like an exclusive animation. She will change what exercise she's doing a little bit, but hey. Oh,
Kind of damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
you know, you're supposed to take your pants off on the toilet. Here we've got SOCOM bullets. I'm going to be using a lot of those soon. And just a nice little, you know, 2005 or 1998 desktop computer. How you doing? Yep. Still doing those crunches. Good. Gotta build a strong core. Oh?
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Thanks, Campbell. Snake, use the action button to climb ladders. Did you know that ladders are over 10,000 years old? Show stock footage FMV of ladders being used. Yeah, genuinely, that is one of the reasons I love this game so much. I played it as a very wee lad,
The DARPA chief, Donald Anderson.
and I had never seen a game like this before. You know, I kind of only really played Sonic and, like, Crash Bandicoot, and, like I said, a little Tomb Raider. I was used to games primarily where you're just a little guy jumping around, so when people are, like, talking about big, important government history stuff... By the way, George Bird, that is the pseudonym of Greg Eagles, voice of Grimm from Billy and Mandy. But yeah, his pseudonym, Greg Eagles, he decided on George Bird. That might be the worst pseudonym I've ever heard. What a genius. Genuinely, I love it. Yeah, the fact that they're talking about, like, real-world stuff and real-world history and giving little trivia about things, I immediately loved it. Ironically, I developed an interest in world history because of this game. I didn't really care at first as a kid before then I was like, ooh.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information.
And even stupid things like little trivia about, like, oh yes, this is a cardboard box. You know, corrugated cardboard
A
was...
weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Oh my god.
Metal Gear.
Yep,
It can't be.
second name drop.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects.
So, this is Metal Gear Solid 1, right? You might think that this is the first game in the series, and you would be wrong.
Past. So that's the
This
reason you're
is,
here at this disposal site?
The third or fourth game in the series. Canonically, by this point, the third. And it actually started development as Metal Gear Solid 3. Or, sorry, Metal Gear 3 in 1996 for the Panasonic 3DO, I believe. It was later changed to Metal Gear Solid, which I think was a good choice because Metal Gear 2 had not been released in the West by this point. But the reason, you know, I call it the third or fourth game in the series is that while Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake hadn't been released, Snake's Revenge had? So there's two sequels to Metal Gear 1.
For the new Metal Gear prototype.
It's confusing. Like, most people think of this as Game 1, and yet, no, it's not. It's already confusing.
They're all
Oh, get ready for this line read.
and equipping weapons.
Hey, shut up in there, will ya?
We'll be hearing that voice clip a lot. But yeah, so Snake having history with Metal Gear is because there were already two or three games that he'd had run-ins
You have to input.
with a big walking robot that shoots big evil missiles.
It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords.
2 passwords.
Baker knows one, and I know
This is
one.
important. Keep this in mind.
The president of Arms Tech.
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
Oh no.
Talked.
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Mantis.
One of the members of Foxhound, he has psychic powers.
Yeah, so Foxhound, they're bad now. They've got the Metal Gear. They need 2 codes. They got one of the codes. So they're pretty close. They're serious.
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime.
They've got Donald Anderson's code here,
What?
and they need Kenneth Baker's code.
Card keys.
They were designed by Arms Tech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety
But
button.
yep, as he's explaining,
And if I
okay,
do
we just
that-
need some card keys.
You can stop the launch.
But not the card keys we need to open doors. Different card keys. Listen, this was all very confusing when I was younger.
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one.
Okay, 3
Okay,
regular,
3
normal
card
card keys with no goofy gimmicks whatsoever to
You
speak
know where
of.
they might
Got
be
it.
keeping Baker.
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
Second floor basement.
Second floor
I
basement.
heard the guards
First
say they
floor
moved
basement.
into an area that has a lot of electronic
Kenneth
jamming.
Baker. Card keys.
Any other clues?
Metal Gear.
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color?
I love it. I love it.
Here, take this. It's my ID card.
Now that's a
Built
different
into
type of
any
card
level 1
key.
security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical.
We get free delicious bread. Oh, no.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices.
Yep, there's those doors with the numbers that we've seen before.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No,
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon.
Oh.
What is it?
Hey, what happened?
Well, that's not great.
Dead.
Certainly complicates things because we were supposed to rescue him.
The chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
All right. Well, before we do, let's see if he was hiding any treats under his bed. He was. Oh. Sounds like something kind of crazy was going on out there. Now there's 2 enemy dots on my radar. Oh. Hey. Oh. Really? Just gonna... No. Alright, well. Hey. Yeah, I see your gun there. You're just gonna... Hi. No? I mean, I see you right there. Hey. All right, fine. No, Snake, we just looked out the... Huh? Well, oh. Snake, come on.
So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance.
That scared look in your eyes. They're rookies' eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie.
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
Oh no.
What are you doing? Don't think. Shoot!
Don't think. Just jam. Ah! So MGS1's a little weird. There's sequences where you're kind of immediately thrown into an alert. You can't do a true no alerts playthrough. I believe you can do a true no kill playthrough, but yeah. Oh, don't mind if I do. Getting a little hungry. This is another one of those sequences that I've seen trip people up. It's pretty easy. You know, don't think, just shoot. Oh no, grenades. Meryl. Oh. Oh, sorry. Technically, we don't know her name yet, do we? Mysterious woman who stripped that man almost naked. Maybe
Thanks for that.
don't just stand on the grenade. Alright, bye.
Wait!
Wow, look at that important shot. That important detail. Gotta keep that in mind for later, too.
You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Oh.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Wait, couldn't dive into his mind. But that looks kind of like... Anyway, no time to think about that now. We've got action scenes. I love that. Little guts pose there. Gotta go. Enjoy the rest of your stream and have fun. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. And yeah, I mean, I'm playing Metal Gear Solid. Always a fun time. Now, he's not calling us a good girl. Just for reference. That was very confusing. I've seen people to this day play the game and get confused by that.
Naomi, I just had some kind of
Like,
hallucination.
is he calling Snake a
Is it from
good
the
girl?
nanomachines?
Obviously, no. He's
No,
calling
Snake,
Mint
the
Phantom a good girl.
nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been
People
something
joke
with
about
the
Dummy
interference
Thick, but
coming
yeah,
from
no, it's
the
actually a
Mantis.
plot point.
Foxhound psychic.
We've got to
I
remember
think
that
he's
animation.
feedback.
We've got to remember that
So
man
that was
on the
Mantis.
table dressed suspiciously like the DARPA chief who died before they could get the code. Ah, yes. We've got the level 1 card, so we can go back into this room, and among other things... Hey. Yeah, he's not doing great. Oh no, we're full on life. Alright. Well. Let's take a peek here. You might see some little white pixels on the ground. That's not artifacting. No, that's horrible, gross little maggots that are just inching along. Yeah. Pretty weird, huh? This game is filled with details, such as this bathroom being absolutely disgusting. And this is a thing that I've wondered about, you know? Now, granted, this is a video game level first and a real location second, but I feel like this facility does a pretty good job. We'll take a peek at him in a moment. Being a character in its own right, but a question I have is, if this is supposed to be a nuclear disposal facility, why does it have holding cells? And why are they in such a state of disarray? Like, why are they absolutely disgusting? No maggots here, of course. And 2 rolls of toilet paper. Well, that mysterious woman definitely's got the fancy digs. Yeah, it's always been a little odd to me that they had holding cells. Like, would you want to work at a place that's like, you know, you're getting the tour around the office and they're like, yep, here's the water cooler, here's the offices, you know, here's the built-in gym, here's the holding cells. I'd be like, can you go back to that one? Oh, the gym? The free gym that you can... Yep, anyway. All these bathrooms are a little different. Which does help, again, you know, making this facility seem like a real place. All of the desks, all of the bathrooms. It's not a lot of copy-paste, but still questionable that they would have holding cells. Anyway, here's his friend over here. This was the guard that said, hey, shut up in there, will ya? He's got a beautiful, full head of hair. He's also got some boxer briefs on. In the Japanese version of Metal Gear Solid 1, he's also got these boxer briefs. Yep. Yep. In the American version, he was completely naked and had a censor effect. But Integral re-implements the boxer briefs. Strange little detail, but yeah. No naked men for you. Not yet, anyway. Alright. So he told us, before he unceremoniously died there, we gotta go check out the second floor basement. Try looking for an area where the walls have been painted over. Little fellas. Yep, plenty of little fellas. I wouldn't be surprised if holding cells are just a minor blip for some of these jobs. That's possible. Well, now I'm a little colorblind. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but that is a differently colored wall. Here, that's kind of hollow. Oh. Makes a bit of a different sound. Of course, we have no way to open that yet. ESG1, 5. C4! No smoking? Do you know who I am? Oh, sorry. Can I? How do I? Hold on. We gotta be a badass. Can I get myself pressed up against the, No, not quite. I wanted to get the no smoking in the shot with him, smoking a cigarette, but the radar's kind of over my face, so let's just grab the C4. Let's equip that. Let's see what Nastasha has to say about it.
That is C4 explosive, a plastic explosive with a texture similar to clay, so you can shape it in almost any way you want. Although it has 1.4 times the destructive power of dynamite, it is highly stable and won't explode without a detonating device, even if it is shot, burned, or beaten. You are using a wireless detonator, yes? The detonator is equipped with a scrambler, so you don't have to worry about interference from any other radio source. Make sure you are sufficiently far enough away when it goes off. Also, as you know, the sound of the explosive will alert your enemies, so be careful.
I do kind of wish they made a bigger deal out of Nastasha, because she's very, very useful. If you don't really know how to play the game, or how to use the weapons, she does a good job explaining that. This door is open. Or full on SOCOM bullets. Oh. Still can't see the no smoking sign. Level 4. But what's this? Sounds a little hollow, so let's get a C4 here. And let's not forget, there was this one up here. And if we look on the opposite side, this one here. I didn't know about these for years. These two side walls. So let's get a safe distance away and... And as you can see, it reveals some extra rooms. Now, if we put on our Thermg, you might notice bright glowing squares. Those are trapdoors. But yeah, nice to have these open because the items within will respawn over time. So if you're ever short on stun grenades, chaff grenades, or... Yeah, that's what happens. Don't want to fall down there. Or other such items. You can come back here and get more of them. Jamming. Can't use our radar in here. So we've got to be extra careful. Now that wall is flickering like crazy. Thanks to the power of the PlayStation 1. But we can see there's another paved over wall here. And I've seen so many people blow themselves up by not getting far enough away. Another wall here, but let's go on the straight and narrow. Let's be very careful entering this room because, there's a new obstacle. A gun camera. If it sees you, it won't cause an alert, but it will shoot you, and it's gonna hurt. I guess it does kind of fire in spurts as well. Can't open that. Can't open that, but this area is now opened for future exploration. You can see we need a level 4 and a level 6, so when we get those key cards, we'll come back here. Well, this is the last place to go. Oh. Well, there's a fellow. He looks like he's having a bad time. Well, let's go help him out.
Am I too late?
Ooh. Ooh.
Alive. You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker.
It's
right?
Kenneth.
Don't worry. I'm here to save you.
No, don't touch it.
C4.
Look at that action jump. Straight out of Twin Snakes. I'm just kidding.
And the C4 will blow up along with the old man.
Snake does have a lot of hops in these cutscenes, though. Anyway, get ready for this cool guy.
Revolver Ocelot.
There's the screenshot. Revolver Ocelot, Revolver Ocelot. Everyone loves Ocelot.
I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake. Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend. This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt Single Action Army. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves.
There's the headline.
Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver. Draw!
Alright, it's a boss fight, but before that, let's call Campbell.
former member of Spetsnaz. After the fall of the Soviet Union, he apparently served in the Russian tax police's elite SWAT team. After that, he joined the SVR, the Russian Foreign Intelligence Agency, which was formerly a part of the KGB. But according to my sources, he was dissatisfied with the rigid system at the KGB and wanted to get out. That's when he was recruited by Foxhound. He's a gun fanatic and totally obsessed with cowboy movies and spaghetti westerns. He's also something of a sadist. He learned the most advanced torture techniques while he was with Spetsnaz.
Yeah, he had plenty of practice. Lubyanka prison is located right there inside KGB headquarters. In a gunfight, reloading is usually the most dangerous time, but he loves it. Use that to your advantage. You'll have to take him out when he's reloading. Can you see where his number of remaining bullets is displayed on the screen? Wait for the right moment, and then take him out.